Today's lesson is let's stop this monster. Now, I want you guys to guess what this lesson is about. Các từ, what do you think? What do you think we will study today?
I think that we will study about maybe like about our bad habits or
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
Why do you think so?
Because I see this picture about the messy clothes
Mm-hmm.
and the sentence that let's stop this monster. So I think that this monster are about our bad habit every.
Makes sense. Hey, and how about you, Nam?
Oh yeah, I have to say my thing as capital because I did also see the classic calls and so I think that the monster here is to relate that we have to stop being lazy
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Alright, so the monster here is our bad habit. Okay?
Yes.
And are you my student Minh Mai?
Yes.
Bạn Minh Mai là học sinh, cũng là học sinh của thầy đúng không?
Là dạ không,
Không phải
có
hả?
thể ở đây thôi chứ sẽ không thiết sự thấy đâu chứ thầy.
Okay. Okay. Now, I will I will tell you what is the topic of this lesson later. But for now, let's just do this exercise first. Here we have three statements. I want you to read it and choose what are those that are true for you. Okay. Yeah. Các tường. Which of these statements are true for you?
Mm, I don't see any sentence that true for me. I
Mhm.
think that uh, she is just have a little same with me, but when I find out some of my clothes have holes, I just like mm, fix it or fix it and then get it to the charity group or something, but not really.
Mm. Right. So you meant and you seal your clothes like the one that has holes, and then you will donate it to charity, right? Okay. And what about you, Nam?
Hmm. For me, I none of the statement is kind of true for me because actually the first statement is just so unnecessary to buy a new outfit. In case of there's no outfit that it is uh, but for me, then I will buy it. But it's just not necessarily like that. And for the second one, if train passions, I will go shopping in the weekend. It's just uh, I mean that I don't even know if there's a train or not. So yeah, I just it just falls for me. And
Mm-hmm.
for the third one is if there's holes and my husband that can be used because you know when you I think just uh wear it on your own and be very like on when you're at home or when you just hang out with friends or yeah. So if it's not important, then you can keep it.
Uh, so when your clothes has holes, then you will just wear them at home and not throw them away, right?
Yeah,
Oh, that's good. Okay.
yeah.
Now I will tell you the topic of today's lesson. It is fast fashion. Do you know what is fast fashion, everyone?
Fast. You mean
Fashion.
fast?
Yeah, fast fashions. FAST. Fast fashion.
Or can you write it on the chat box?
Oh, wait. Check. Fast fashion. Have you ever heard about this?
Oh, yeah. No, haven't.
No? Okay.
I haven't heard it.
And Carter, do you know this? Do you know what is fast fashion?
No, I don't.
Okay. Then now we will read about it. This is the definition of fast fashion. I want you to read this and answer these questions. Okay, are you done?
Yeah,
Are you finished?
yes.
Okay. So, what is fast fashion, Tuna?
It's kind of a brands that they made for trends that it is cheaply made and that can provide or it is enough to be sold for the new trend. So yeah,
Yeah, fast fashion is the type of fashion that they will create new trends every weeks or every few weeks or so, and usually the product, the clothes that they make are not very high quality, because people will only wear them for a very short time and then they throw away so that they can buy clothes that with newer trends. So that is basically how fast fashion works. Now, do you think it's bad, Junan?
no, I don't
Why
think
do you
so
think so?
because uh, some of the it is good enough to say bad is not bad because some of the factory need it or some of the people need it to have their job and
Mm-hmm.
yeah it still be sold every week so the that kind of trends will they make new outfit every week so they will be they can they will have a salary for everyone who work on the factory and it is good it is good for those who buy it and those who work for it so yeah I think it is good.
Mm. Right. So fast fashion provide a lot of economic benefits, right? For example,
Yes,
giving people job or giving people cheap asset to clothes.
yes,
Right. And Gatun, what do you think? Do you think that fast fashion is bad?
I think that is just normal and have a little not good because it makes people feel like they must use single use like just use their clothes some 2 or 3 times and then they
Mhm.
will throw it out and buy new clothes so that I think fast fashion like make people waste their clothes and things and they will use their money for this fashion and it's not really good
Mm-hmm.
to save money.
Yeah. Right. So basically, it's a little bit of a waste of money, right? Because people just keep buying clothes and uh, like they just gotta keep paying more for fast fashion. Okay. The second question: do you know brands that create new trends every few weeks? I don't suppose anyone of you knows these, right?
yes.
Yeah. Okay, so let's skip that question. Now let's learn a few vocabulary before we go into the main activity. Right. This actually have 5 questions, all right? It is exercise 3 in the file I gave you. All right, so take your time and do these 5 questions. I will return later. Từ từ. Để thầy nói đúng không? Cái yêu cầu đây là cross out the least appropriate option, là các em lựa loại trừ ra cái đáp án mà nó least appropriate, nó ít phù hợp nhất. Có nghĩa là em đọc em sẽ thấy có 2 đáp án đúng và 1 đáp án sai, thì cái nhiệm vụ của em là em lựa ra cái đáp án sai đó. Okay.
Và trong ba cái đáp án thì có một cái sai đây hả thầy?
Đúng rồi, trong 3 đáp án thì có một cái sai.
Là mình theo cái ý kiến của mình hay là theo real life thầy? Dạ em thấy nhiều
Thì
câu nó ngang ngang nhau chứ nó không có câu nào sai
em
á.
ngang nhau cái này thì cũng phải kiểu yêu cầu là em phải hiểu em phải hiểu đúng nó là cái gì thì em mới lựa ra được cái đáp án đúng là gì được. Nên là thôi em cứ thấy câu nào nó ít phù hợp nhất thì em chọn thôi. Okay, are you finished? Are you done? Chưa xong rồi. Các tường làm xong chưa? Làm xong rồi đúng không? Còn chiều nam thì sao? Ồ, hình như bạn chiều nam đi đâu rồi?
Chơi xong rồi như vậy.
Hả?
Chơi xong rồi như vậy.
Xong rồi đúng không? Okay, let's check your answer. Junam, can you do the first three questions?
The first three questions is had on the
So,
piece of code inform you about the date that it was made.
uh
Cũng đâu có phải giải thích đâu luôn.
thì ý là cái đó là theo em cái đó là nó ít phù hợp nhất đúng không?
Được rồi.
Okay, that's correct. So, what is a tag? Cái tag ở đây là cái này cái gì vậy?
Kiểu, em cũng quên cái từ đó trong tiếng Việt mà nó kiểu mấy
Uh-huh.
cái khi mình mua á, thì giống như cái áo đi thì cái ngay từ eo bên trái sẽ có một cái tag nó sẽ ghi về ở một số cái inform về một cái gì đó dạng
Đúng
dạng
rồi, đúng rồi, đúng rồi.
giống như
Cái đó.
là không được giặt ủi như nào thì
Yeah,
có là tag.
exactly. That is the tag for clothing. Okay. Now, how about the second questions?
If worker receive low wage, it's really A because they don't make enough money. It's just didn't make any sense at all. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that should be A. And
No, it's actually three. They don't make enough money. Okay, so what are wages? Wages là gì?
kind of like salary
Mhm.
kind of like that.
It's kind of like salary,
Yeah.
but is there a difference or are they the same?
Sorry, let me check.
Huh? I'm sorry, can you repeat?
Let me check. Three.
Okay.
The essential difference between salary and wage is that salary, the person is paid a fixed amount for pay period.
Yeah,
Oh,
salary is paid for fixed amount.
oh,
How about wages?
okay, sorry. So yeah.
Ở đây thì giải thích luôn ha.
Nhưng mà
Salary
uh,
là khi mà em đi làm, thường thường em đi làm những cái văn phòng hay là công ty á, thì người ta sẽ trả salary, có nghĩa mỗi tháng em sẽ nhận được chừng đó được một cục lương thế này, và trừ những trường hợp rất đặc biệt á, thì người ta mới bớt đi cái cục lương này của em thôi. Có nghĩa là ví dụ như khi mà em đã làm công việc đã trả bằng salary thì cái tháng đó em bị ốm, em nghỉ mất một tuần, nhưng mà em có nghỉ phép thì cuối tháng đó em vẫn nhận được salary, cái salary như thể là em làm nguyên tháng luôn, có nghĩa là em không bị trừ bớt đi. Còn wage là cái cách người ta thường thường người ta trả lương cho những cái công việc mà lao động đi chân tay á, hay là những cái công việc part time. Em thấy em đi qua mấy quán cà phê thấy mấy anh chị bưng bê phục vụ á, thì
nhưng
người
mà
ta cũng thường là trả theo wage là tính theo giờ,
nhưng mà
có nghĩa là trong một tháng em làm được bao nhiêu giờ người ta tính tổng cái số giờ đó lại, và sau đến cuối tháng người ta đưa cho em. Right. So which do you prefer to receive, wages or salary?
uh, wages.
Wages? Why?
Yes. I, at the moment, I prefer to have wages out of salary because I can't afford to be an adult for having to work and to have myself salary. So it's good to prefer that
Right. So
right away.
you mean like at the moment you cannot receive a job with a salary yet, so you
Yes.
can only work part time and receive wages, right? And
Yeah.
Cát Tường, what do you think?
Ừm, I think I agree. I think I choose
Wages?
number three.
Huh? Number three. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah,
Maybe
I mean, would you prefer wages or would you prefer salary?
I think I don't know. I think I will choose the I will choose two options because I think two options is also right.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with two options.
Mm-hmm. Right, right. Actually, most people would prefer salary. Thường thường thì người ta sẽ ưu tiên salary hơn, tại vì là nó an toàn hơn. Do các bạn có thể do các bạn chi là nhưng mà các bạn kiểu nếu như mà các bạn kẹt tiền á, các bạn phải kiểu phải cứ liên tục làm để mà sống, mà các bạn ốm một cái mà các bạn đi nhận lương theo kiểu wages là gần như là các bạn tạch luôn. Tại vì là wages là nó tính theo giờ, một tháng các bạn được đi làm được bao nhiêu giờ thì người ta trả các bạn chừng đó tiền. Nếu như mà các bạn có vấn đề về sức khỏe thì coi như là đến cuối tháng đó các bạn cũng không có tiền luôn. Nên là salary thì thường thường nó sẽ an toàn hơn, và hầu hết mọi người nếu mà có thể thì người ta sẽ ưu tiên salary hơn. Okay. And Junam, can you do the third question too?
The third question is C because the clothes and the landfill. I mean, but if the clothes is old, you can wear it at home, out of bed, outside. So yeah, it's not necessary to throw it away. Không được.
Right. So what is landfill?
Kind of a big garbage of
Mm-hmm.
a big land with all the garbage, and they dig a really big hole and they just put it in there. It's kind of stink and
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah. So just a big piece of land, just a big field that people use to throw their garbage.
More
So,
garbage.
right. So, what do you think that clothes that throw there won't be old? You say that they gonna throw on they only gonna throw away new clothes.
I mean that old clothes can be wear at house,
Mm-hmm.
at your home. So it is not necessary to throw it away old clothes because, as I say, it is not necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Right. The answer here is actually two.
Oh,
Do you know why?
I don't know. I thought clothes can be recycled.
Uh, no, actually, um, if you want to recycle something, and most of the time you have to classify it. Các bạn đi ra đường các bạn có thấy có những thùng rác mà nó yêu cầu các bạn phải phân loại rác không? Rác sinh học hay là rác nhựa gì đó. Because that will help with recycle.
Oh,
Once a piece of garbage end up in a landfill, most people will not have the energy or the power, the manpower to go to the landfill and pick out what they can recycle. Một khi mà rác nó đã ra tới landfill rồi, nó đã ra tới bãi rác rồi, là nó sẽ giống như là một mớ bùn nhũ, là sẽ không có lựa ra được là loại nào họ có thể recycle được nữa. Nên là một khi mà người ta rác đã ra đến landfill rồi thì nó sẽ không được recycle. Okay. Now, and the two question can you do it, Katu?
I think when people name their clothes, they will. Um, I don't agree. I think I choose uh number three because, in my opinion and myself, when I find out something that not so bad, I will just keep them and maybe turn them into something else, like clothes for my dog, and I
Mhm.
want to throw them out.
Right. So the least appropriate answer here is throw them out, right? Okay. Yeah, that's the correct answer. And do you know what the word meant means? What does it mean? The word meant.
Um, Man is like uh,
You can say in Vietnamese.
sửa chữa thầy, giống fix.
Men,
Cô
đúng
con
rồi.
hiểu là giống fix.
Nó có hai nghĩa thôi. Một cái là sửa chữa, một cái là giống như là hàn gắn. À, còn nghĩa thứ hai có nghĩa là khâu, vá quần áo, vá quần áo lại. And the second question, I mean the last question, there are different types of pollution such as
Uh,
được, gì được.
I choose, maybe I choose one because I agree with some type of pollution like water and air, but I I don't know. There's some pollution named clothes. I don't think so.
Yeah, that's true. There is no clothes pollution. That's correct. Now, actually, yeah. Let me see. Okay, let's skip this activity. We're not gonna have enough time. We are going to watch a video talking about the fast fashion problem. But before we do it, discuss this picture. Right. Now, Captain, can you describe what do you see in the first picture? This one.
Mm, I think uh, some people maybe uh, searcher their clothes, uh, selling their clothes.
Yeah.
Maybe they turn their old clothes into something else.
Mm-hmm.
And I think picture two is about
Wait.
plastic.
What do you think? How do you think this is connected to fast fashion?
I think it's because if the people in the picture follow the fast fashion, and when they didn't use the old fashioned clothes anymore, they will like turn it and fix it into something else that they can use, and um they will buy new fashion clothes, maybe maybe like that.
Mm-hmm. So, like, people will buy fast fashion and then they turn their old clothes into something new. They're gonna recycle their old clothes, right? Is that what you're saying? Is that true?
Yes.
Right. And Junam, can you describe the second picture? Junam, right? Junam, you
Sorry,
don't.
sorry.
Okay.
Con nãy giờ con quên một mic.
All right.
Okay. The second one is a landfill where full of trash, especially plastic bags,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, uh, it's just probably there's no house or any household that live nearby, so yeah, that's the image showing me.
Okay. So, how are they connected to fast fashion?
Uh, the fast fashion, it's will decrease the percentage that people have to make more rentals or the rentals have to be bigger to uh afford a cash but the fast fast fashion made. So yeah, I think so.
Well, I haven't got your idea. So, are you saying like fast fashion, their product, right? When people no longer use them, they're gonna end up here. Is that what you're saying? I'm not sure that I got your idea correctly.
I mean that when people throw the clothes away and
Mm-hmm.
the fashion still working today and people buy it and the people throw it away, it will increase the amount of the landfill bill. So yeah,
Mm-hmm. Right. So
that's
yeah,
what it means.
people gonna buy more clothes. They throw out their old clothes, and those end up in landfill. Okay. Now we are going to watch a video and check if your ideas about this picture are correct. Right, are you ready?
Yeah.
It's the stuff of nightmares, wreaking havoc on our world. A monster made of clothes? Like most horror stories, you might not see this one coming. Fashion is something a lot of us enjoy, and shopping for a new outfit can be a lot of fun. But experts say there's a dark side to our love of clothes, especially when it comes to fast fashion. Fast fashion is basically cheap, usually poorly made clothing that's made in bulk. It exists so we can afford to buy new clothes regularly that keep up with trends. But it wasn't always this way. Back in the old days, clothes were made at home or by small local businesses. And they cost a lot, so most people only had a few different outfits, which they would often mend or restyle. But innovations like the sewing machine and synthetic material meant clothing could be made a lot more quickly and cheaply. So it was a lot easier to be all trendy. And the monster of fast fashion was born.
Okay. So, what do you think about the pictures now? What is your idea about the pictures?
Um, can I first?
Hmm?
Wait, the ideas of the pictures as well. When
Like the
we
first picture.
first, wait, I thought we just did that before.
Huh?
Ủa, tưởng mình vừa làm cái đó xong rồi.
Yeah, we have done this. But now based on the information of the video, I want you to like reflect. Do you think that your old answer is still correct? Right. So
Yes, yes,
for the
yes.
first picture is cát tường. Right, cát tường. So what do you think? You think that your old answer still correct?
Mm, I don't know. I just think like maybe maybe this means that um in the past they just sewing clothes and it's really hard to make clothes so they just have few clothes in the in the house. But
Mm-hmm.
in the modern world, like they have sewing machine and they just make clothes more faster and then fast fashion born from that modern world, something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's correct. a person is mending clothes instead of throwing them out, because in the old days there aren't that clothes are very expensive. So if there's a hole in piece of clothing you have, people will prefer to try to fix them, try to mend them instead of throwing them out. And the second picture, then you had the correct idea, Jeanette. Fast fashion clothes end up in most of them end up in landfill. Okay. Now we are going to watch this part of the video again. But this time I want you to choose the correct words. Alright, so read these sentences first. Make sure you understand them. Cái này là nó có ở trong cái file thì các bạn ha, đó là phần 6. Tí nữa các bạn vừa xem và các bạn vừa nhìn vào trong cái phần cái file thì gửi cho các bạn thì nó sẽ phù hợp hơn, tại vì thì không có chiếu cái câu hỏi này lên trong lúc thầy đang chiếu video. Okay, are you ready? Có từ nào các bạn không hiểu không? Không đúng không? Các từ cũng ok rồi đúng không? Okay, now let's watch the video again.
It's the stuff of nightmares, wreaking havoc on our world. A monster made of clothes? Like most horror stories, you might not see this one coming. Fashion is something a lot of us enjoy, and shopping for a new outfit can be a lot of fun. But experts say there's a dark side to our love of clothes, especially when it comes to fast fashion. Fast fashion is basically cheap, usually poorly made clothing that's made in bulk. It exists so we can afford to buy new clothes regularly that keep up with trends. But it wasn't always this way. Back in the old days, clothes were made at home or by small local businesses. And they cost a lot, so most people only had a few different outfits, which they would often mend or restyle. But innovations like the sewing machine and synthetic material meant clothing could be made a lot more quickly and cheaply. So it was a lot easier to be all trendy. And the monster of fast fashion was born.
Okay, have you got all the questions? Do you need to watch one more time? You good?
You good? I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, so let's check your answer. Now, Cát Tường, can you do A and B for me?
Fast fashion exists so we can buy new clothes regularly and keep up with trends.
Yes, keep up with trends. Yeah, sorry. How about
Back in the old days, clothes were made at home or by small local business.
yes, small local businesses? Okay, and Junam, C and D.
Okay. Clothes cost a lot, so people have made a few different products which they mend or restore.
They are often mended or restored. Yeah. And question D, sentence D.
innovation like synthetic materials meant clothing could be made more quickly and cheaper.
Yes, synthetic materials. Very good. Now, we are going to watch the next part of the video. And this time, I want you to complete these sentences. Now, read these sentences first.
Always.
Okay, are you ready?
Okay.
Các tường, are you ready? Okay.
With the help of international trade.
Now, I'm sure you've looked at a tag on a piece of clothing before and seen that it isn't made here in Australia.
Companies can cut costs by having clothes made in developing countries, where people are often paid lower wages. That's helped grow the economies of those countries and give a lot of people jobs, but it's also led to some problems, like poor working conditions and pollution. Making clothes uses a lot of natural resources, like farmland and water, as well as a lot of chemicals and energy. The industry is one of the biggest polluters in the world, accounting for about 10% of global carbon emissions and nearly 20% of global water pollution. And then there's the clothes we throw out, which often end up in landfill. Even when we donate to charity, they can end up in landfill overseas. The ABC's foreign correspondent tracked down one of the places that ends up with a lot of our trashin'. This mountain of rubbish in Ghana in West Africa is estimated to be 40% unwanted clothing. 15 million used garments are shipped here every week to be sold and reused, but a lot of them just aren't worth holding on to. And locals say that's the result of poor quality fast fashion. So at this point, you and I are wondering,
How can we stop this ever-growing fast fashion monster?
well, some companies are trying to find more environmentally friendly ways of making clothing or recycling old clothes, kind of like how we recycle plastic. And many governments and organisations are trying to build better working conditions and environmental regulations. But defeating this monster also comes down to you and me, thinking about what we buy, buying less, and holding on to our clothes for longer to slow down this fast-growing problem.
Okay, have you got all the answers? You need to watch it one more time. No? Okay, let's check your answer then. Okay, các tường, can you do A and B?
Close companies with people jobs, but workers have problem like I think that poor poor condition and place to
Yeah,
work.
poor working conditions and low wages. Okay, so what are poor working conditions? Can you explain?
Tiếng Việt hả thầy hay là giải thích tiếng
Tiếng
Anh?
Việt cũng được.
Dạ là môi trường làm việc ờ, kiểu là nó không có đạt chỉ tiêu cao á, hoặc là môi trường làm việc thì nó không có phù hợp với kiểu chất lượng á thầy, môi trường làm việc
Yes,
không chất lượng.
that's correct. Okay, and can you also do sentence B?
The clothing industry is bad for the environment because it is responsible for a big part of pollution đó thầy.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember what kind of pollution?
I think plastic and clothes pollution. Oh no, 10% up air pollution and 20% up water pollution.
Very good memory. Okay, and Junam, can you do question C?
Okay, let's see. May roll out or even on folks. It will kind of
Question C.
end up in a level of sea.
Can you repeat?
When we roll out or even donate our clothes, a lot of them end up
No. I mean, this when we throw out or even donate our clothes, a lot of them end up.
uh,
Where do they end up?
end up in a landfill of sea.
Yeah, in a landfill. Okay. Right. Let's discuss these questions. Now, Junam, what's the information in the video surprising to you?
I think that when you donate to somewhere else, to the charity, it's still been moving to far away overseas, and eventually it's still end up in the landfill.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of surprise for me.
Yeah, true. So even when we donate to charity, a lot of those clothes might just end up in a landfill because fast fashion clothing are not made for quality. They are not made to be wear over a long period of time. So when you donate to charity, people are going to wear it, but the clothes will wear off very fast and they just end up in a landfill anyway. Okay. Right. And Cát Tường, how about you? What's the information in the video surprising to you?
I think that uh, the surprising is there is a pollution make up clothes and plastic because in my opinion there is no pollution named clothes because I know that I don't really know that fast fashion can give our environment a big problem. And now I know that fast fashion is not really good to use our money to buy it, and it makes the environment worse.
Yes, yeah. Basically, fashion is not a very environmentally friendly industry. So remember that the next time you want to throw something away, try to recycle it, try to make use of, try to look for a different use for it. Okay. Which of the negative effects of fast fashion do you think are the worst? Right. Now, Junam, can you answer this question?
I oh, they are I like it's my like to I have no idea.
No idea? Okay.
Yes.
How about Gabdo? What do you think? Which of the negative effects of fast fashion do you think are the worst?
Uh, I think is I don't know. I think on the negative effects of fast fashion are always the worst for our environment, not just one is the worst. So I don't know to answer this question.
Just choose what do you think is the worst. Right. So, what negative effects does fast does fast fashion have on the environment?
I think that affects problems to our air and water pollution. I think they are the worst of effects
Okay. Why do you think so?
because uh, in now in our modern world, air pollution and water pollution were are the really really bad problems and important problems. So if fashion more effect to this pollution, maybe it's not it's it will be like tăng dần lên đó thầy, kiểu là nó càng ngày càng
Increasing,
worse cái with
yeah, increasingly worse. You become worse. Okay, right. And what can you do to reduce the negative effects of fast fashion? Yeah. Junat, do you have any idea?
Uh, right. So when you walk out, you do some I don't know how to say, but you say to all people you're walking to say that people should stop or people should think that uh, if they are really need or it's necessary to buy this clothes or that clothes
Mm-hmm.
to wear it in a long period out of short period and stop throwing away old clothes because you know sometimes it can be wear at home. So yeah,
Okay.
that's how I think.
Yeah. So we can try to make the best use of our clothes. Try to wear them for longer. Okay. And Gatu, what do you think about this question?
mm, I think that maybe we can turn our old clothes into something good for our environment, like
Mm-hmm.
use our clothes to become like to mm, I don't know. I just think that maybe we can reduce our clothes into something that we need in our family, um like uh ừm, cái thảm á thầy, thảm
Uh-huh. A
chùm á,
rug. Yeah.
maybe
That was,
turn them to a rug or something like that, and it won't affect badly to our environment.
yeah. So basically, we can try to recycle our old clothes, the one that we cannot wear anymore. For example, turning them into a rug, or turning them into a carpet, or find different use for these pieces of fabric. Okay, that is all the time we have for today. Do you have any question? No,
No,
no question. Okay then. All right, goodbye. See you next week.
Và
glad to hear that.
Bye bye.